Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 23rd to the 29th of January 2017. The week really builds up to the new moon at the weekend on the 28th of January, but before that we have a few final bits to tidy up. So this month really, January, has been very much a month of planting seeds, of preparation. Most of the activity has been going on underneath the ground as the seeds are germinating, ready for the spring. So we have a couple of aspects that are still deep, still solid, and everything is to do with our values and reconnecting to the spark within. So meditating on what we stand on and for is a very powerful process, because we're often given our politics from the outside, or given our opinions and views in the massive waves of public consensus. But what is it really that you're standing on and for? What are you fighting for, and what's worth protecting? These are the things that we can consider as we go into the week. By Tuesday the moon meets with Saturn in Sagittarius. So this is a very deep and soulful connection, taking us back, possibly sparking some very old memories, because Sagittarius is the sage, but it's also our ancestral connection. And Saturn tends to centre us and root us wherever it goes. So the moon, our soul desire and our intuition and our memory, meeting with a very rooted Saturn in the sign of the sage. Go back to soul memories, go back to your intuition, to your instinct, and feel fortified by reconnecting with that. This also works with the courage of our convictions, so it goes very well with the flavour of what's worth fighting for and what's worth protecting. So Monday and Tuesday, very deep, kind of backwards energy, even though all the planets are going forwards. Like I say, we're not stepping forwards just yet. We're really getting back to the core of everything, so that when we do go forwards, we'll be very clear and centred. So we're studying our values and our honour code. These have been tested by the recent Mercury retrograde. You may have had some experiences that have helped you stand in yourself. You may have received criticism or attack in certain ways, but that has been in order that you align your mind with your own core truth, as Mercury has gone backwards and forwards in Capricorn since December. So this phase now is drawing to a close again as we come to the weekend. Everything seems to be happening around this new moon. But have a look back to December, all over the Christmas period, right up until now. Where has your mind been creating your reality as Mercury flows through Capricorn, which is the realization of matter, what we make real? So what have you tuned into? What have you drawn down? What have you spoken and acted into reality? And have you tidied that up so that you're creating the kind of world that you want to live in, both personally and as a society, I feel. Another aspect that's coming to a head is Mars is going to be moving from Pisces to Aries at the weekend. So with Pisces, I feel that we can connect to the light inside every cell of our body as we take that spiritual warrior and direct it right inwards to the spark within, to what really motivates us, to what excites us, and to our life force energy that's running all the way through our body, but getting back to the centre of every cell. And with Neptune and Venus also in Pisces, we've travelled back inwards to the creativity, to the emotion, to the connection, and to the very central spark of what it is that we care about, and the message of our art as well. So we spoke about these last week, but that does continue all the way up until the weekend. So we've got the last few days really to really centre, to go deep within, and to connect with the source of our being. By Friday, Venus squares off with Saturn, and this is a call to apply practically the intuitive ideals, the creativity, everything that we've connected with. How can we then bring that out and apply it in a singular, focused direction? So although squares are tricky, those are the two ends of the scale really. We have the intuition and the idealism of Venus in Pisces, then we have the practicality and the building structure and the direction and the focus of Saturn in Sagittarius. Those seem to be at odds, but can we actually take what it is that we care about, what we're creating, and then actually put it towards building a structure and building something of lasting worth? So this all comes together with the new moon in Aquarius on Saturday the 28th. This is 8 degrees, and 8 is the number of infinity and deep magic. The 8th sign of the zodiac is Scorpio, so this is where we die to be reborn. It's alchemy itself. And on this day we have Mercury meeting with Pluto. If Mercury is the magician, Pluto is the alchemist, the transformer. So those two meeting on a number 8 moon at the Chinese New Year, and we're going into the year of the fire rooster, so we're saying goodbye to the fire monkey, and we're going to proclaim loud and certain this year what we stand for, the I am of the rooster. So everything starts to get very fiery. Mars returns home to Aries, so that's fire, that's cardinal fire, that's starter fire. The Aquarius new moon is electricity. The Chinese New Year is the fire rooster, which is the number 1 energy again, because the rooster crows in the dawn, and the dawn on the zodiac is Aries, and fire is the cardinal element. So we have fire, 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 fire coming in at the weekend with a dash of electricity from the Aquarius moon as Mercury meets with Pluto to begin the magic. So it feels like we're going to shed and lose and burn and purge off everything to ashes, and then rise reborn and embrace this cardinal fire. And this really does seem like where the year starts. It's a very, very fiery year. The months of April, August and December will be the most active. So we'll be standing in our independence, in our individuality, and proclaiming our own truth, uniqueness and right to be here this year. This is going to be a challenge, but hopefully not too difficult a challenge, and this is going to be crowed in by the fire rooster on the 28th of January. So high voltage electric alchemical magic coming in at the end of the week, but before that we just need to tie up the final loose ends. We need to realise the Mercury retrograde phase, what have we made real, and we need to centre with Mars in Pisces to get back to the point of what sparks us. And we need to just balance the creative and intuitive with the Venus squaring off against the how do I apply this with Saturn, so that we're clear once we get to the weekend who we are, what we stand for, where we're heading, what we care about, and what we want to create in our unique, independent, sovereign majesty. So those are the stars for this week, and I'll see you next week. If you'd like to take a look at the year ahead, I am available for readings, so please do contact me. You can come to Camden, London, or over Skype, and we can have a look at where the activities will be happening for you this year and help you centre back to your own inner eye. If you'd like to study astrology, then I have my online members group, or lots of online courses that you can engage with, and those involve notes and a video and email access so that you can work at your own pace. And I also have a number of gift packs where you can learn more about the esoterics of your sign or delve more deeply into your chart yourself. So for any of that, please do contact me, zoehind7@gmail.com.